Dear comrade Somavansa Amarasingheji and dear comrade Tilvin Silvaji and other respected comrades in the Presidium, fraternal delegates from the foreign countries, representative of different democratic parties of Sri Lanka and the representatives of the people from different walks of life in Sri Lanka, and my dear comrades and friends. First of all, on behalf of our party, the All India Forward Bloc, the party founded by the revolutionary hero of India, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, I would like to extend our fraternal warm greetings to this historic 6th National Congress of People's Liberation Front, Janata Vimukthi Peramuna. Comrade, it is indeed a pleasure for us to attend this historical event, as we are taking this opportunity to express our solidarity with your struggle for socialism and your fight against capitalism. And I am happy to be here, the party founded by the great revolutionary leader, Comrade Rohana Vijayveera, and I am taking this opportunity with your permission. I would like to term him as the Asian Che Guevara. The way he has fought for establishing a strong, young, revolutionary political party in Sri Lanka, it is a model for the other political parties and other countries for the entire Asian region. Comrade, the issues which we are facing today, as we heard from other foreign delegates, all the issues are same. And the issue which raised by Comrade Tilvin Silva in his inaugural remark regarding the crisis in the entire Arab world, if you see all these developments, you can easily understand that capitalism is not the answer for the problem being confronted by the entire humanity of the world. Otherwise, there will not be any revolution in Tunisia. You see, Tunisia is one of the so-called richest country in Africa, but the revolution started from Tunisia. Egypt was not so poor country like Sudan or Nigeria or Congo, but revolution started in Egypt. You see, the revolution is going towards Yemen, Jordan, Bahrain even. We have seen that the people are struggling in the streets in Bahrain also. Bahrain is also not a so-called poor country. It is also so-called rich, one of the rich countries in the world. And even we have seen that there is no leadership even for mobilizing or organizing all these people's movements in this entire Arab world. The people, they are coming spontaneously and they are agitating against the government, and they are fighting for democratic rights, and they are fighting for employment, and they are fighting against price rise of essential commodities. So these are the issues of Sri Lanka. The same issues are we people in India also facing. And why it has happened? This is an occasion to discuss, to deliberate, to find out what is the reason behind it. Comrade, the reason is very simple. The reason is that the globalization of economy. The LPG policies, liberalization, privatization, and globalization of these economic policies dictated by World Bank, IMF, and WTO. All these policies are suffocating the working people. We have seen when there will be a WTO meeting, or it is a World Bank meeting, or it is a meeting of G7 countries or G20 countries, to whom they are discussing. They are discussing with the Chamber of Commerce. They are discussing with the Federation of Chamber of Commerce and Industries, but they are not discussing with the working people. They are not discussing with the working class. They are not discussing with the agriculture workers or the farmers, those who are producing the things. So that means they are not discussing with the production force or the means of production. They are discussing with the capitalist only. When they are discussing with the capitalist, automatically the decision will also come in favor of the capitalist. So that is what happening in the whole world, that the capitalists are dictating the countries. In earlier times, the kings used to come and to capture the land. Many kings came from abroad to capture Sri Lanka or capture India or Pakistan, many other countries, to expand their area. But now they are not coming to expand their area. They are now influencing the governments. In order to take the money or in order to take the wealth of a country, they are not coming to attack you. They are not coming to expand their area. They are coming to influence your government. If they can influence the government, they will make the policies according to their wishes. That is what happening here in Sri Lanka also. We know we are very near neighbors. That means we are brothers. We know what is happening in both these countries, in India and Sri Lanka. Earlier, in India, there were a lot of kings. If somebody speaks against the king, he will be put behind the bar. He will be in jail. So nobody have the dare, nobody have the courage to speak against the king. The small, teeny island of Sri Lanka, again, such type of kingdom, such type of family rule is coming in other way in Sri Lanka also. If anybody speak against the president, he will be behind the bar. That is why what happened that Mr. Fonseca is behind the bar. Why they are not putting Amarasinghe or Tilvin Silva or Vijay Hirath behind the bar? Why? Because they have a party. They have a young people's party. They will protest and Sri Lanka will be fired. So they won't put it. This is the way the kings used to do earlier days, and now the so-called democratic government is doing the same things. Why? Because they have their own capitalist interest. They have their own imperialist agenda. If you want to fight against that type of imperialist machinations, the only thing is that we have to propagate the real sense of socialism. We, Forward Bloc, we are having a left front in India. Having mainstream four left parties are working together, and we are working for socialism, and we are fighting against all these social evils like price rise, unemployment, ill health, all these things. Whenever they are talking about the economic growth, you just see the Sri Lankan papers or you hire Indian papers, you can see always the leaders, the government is saying GDP is going up and up. Economic growth is coming up and up. But what happened to the common people? What is happening with the common people? From where the government is getting more GDP, whether they are getting GDP from agriculture, whether the government is getting GDP from industry, no. They are getting GDP from the service sector. Service sector is giving more GDP to the government. What does it mean? When you are getting more money or more income from service sector means the poor people are forced to pay more for the services. What are the services? Health, education, infrastructure. All these things you have to pay more to the government. That means government is taxing on all the common people. If you purchase a matchbox, you have to pay to the tax. You have to, if you purchase 1 liter petrol, you have to pay the tax. That means all the common people are paying tax to the government. And the government is taking more money from the service sector. That is become a new phenomena throughout the world, that the welfare government concept has gone. Not only in Sri Lanka, in India also, that welfare concept of government has gone. And the government is working for the capitalist, government is working under the dictates of international financial institutions and international financial agencies like World Bank and IMF. So therefore, there is a need for a united struggle for socialism. And this socialism cannot be exported. And this idea of socialism cannot be imported also, according to us. We can't impose Sri Lankan parties or Janata Vimukti Peramuna that you have to follow the forward bloc socialism. It is not possible in Sri Lanka. So we say each country should adopt their own form of socialism according to their circumstances and requirements. See China, Chinese socialism with the Chinese characteristics. Vietnam, it is doi moi. Cuba, Cuban style of socialism. We cannot say that we can't impose any country, you have to follow the same pattern of socialism everywhere. And never Karl Marx or Engels or Lenin said that all the countries should follow the same pattern of socialism, because it is not possible. So each country should adopt their own form of socialism according to their circumstances. We are fighting for that. And I think that we have to fight more unitedly. Everywhere the actions are coming, people are spontaneously coming in the street, but there is no leadership, as Comrade Kelvin Silva rightly pointed out. There is no leadership at all. And we are responsible for that. I think that the young leaders of Janata Vimukti Peramuna, we can make a strong leadership, not only for Asia, we can show, because the next century will be a Asia century. So the Asia can show to the whole world how we can implement, how we can make a practical socialism for the benefit of the working class and the poor people downtrodden of the entire Asian region. Comrades, this is an opportunity to recall our friendship. This is my 4th visit to Sri Lanka. I had been several functions of Janata Vimukti Peramuna, and there were many leaders attending our party congresses, our trade union activities, our women conferences, our youth conferences, and we are sharing our experiences each other since long. The last 4.5 decades history of Janata Vimukti Peramuna is always an inspiration for the young people of India, and we are happy that you have translated the book of Bhagat Singh, Shaheed and Martyr Bhagat Singh's book. You have translated into Sinhala language, and it is widely published among the young people of Sri Lanka. I'm happy, and I'm taking this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude for translating that Bhagat Singh's life history into your own language for the consumption of young people of Janata Vimukti Peramuna and the revolutionary young people. Comrades, I am from Kerala. You know, Kerala is very near to Sri Lanka, the other side. So we know that very close relation between Sri Lanka and the Kerala Tamil Nadu people. And we always say the developments, the political activities of the political parties of Sri Lanka, particularly the left movement, led by Janata Vimukti Peramuna, is a model for the entire South Indian people, those who are mobilizing themselves for their working class right. தோழர்களே, எனக்கு நல்ல தமிழும் பேச தெரியாது. இது இங்க தமிழ்ல கூட பேசியிருந்தா நல்லா புரியும்னு எனக்கு தெரியும். அதனால இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியில உங்களிடம் இந்த மாதிரி 2 வார்த்தை பேசுறதுக்கு ஒரு வாய்ப்பு கிடைச்சதுக்கு ஜனதா விமுக்தி பெருமனுடைய அனைத்து தலைவர்களுக்கும் அகில இந்திய ஃபார்வர்ட் பிளாக் கட்சியின் சார்பில் என்னுடைய ரெவல்யூஷனரி கிரீட்டிங்ஸை சொல்லி நான் என்னுடைய ஸ்பீச் க்ளோஸ் பண்றேன். I would like to stop my speech here, and we have to work together and we have to march towards socialism. And I assure you, the All India Forward Bloc with you always for the fight of socialism and to fight against capitalism and imperialist designs. Thank you very much, and I wish the 6th National Congress a grand success. Thank you very much.